Imagine this. The year is 1941. You're in London or Berlin. Night falls, but instead of city lights, there's only darkness. This isn't a power cut, it's the blackout. The air raid siren wails, warning of enemy bombers overhead. Your survival depends on staying invisible. Every crack of light is a target, a beacon for destruction. People learned to master the darkness, moving silently through their homes. The fear was constant. Every creak, every distant rumble could mean danger. This was survival, not on the battlefield, but in every home and street. The enemy wasn't just the pilot above, it was the light itself. A careless mistake could betray an entire neighborhood. ARP wardens patrolled, shouting, "Put that light out!" At the faintest glimmer. Blackout wasn't just a rule, it was a lifeline, a shared responsibility. People adapted, finding new ways to live, work, and care for their families in the dark. They didn't surrender to the darkness, they used it, turning homes into fortresses of shadow. Clever tricks and techniques emerged, many still valuable today. This is the story of how they did it, and what we can learn from their struggle. When blackout orders hit, panic set in. People rushed to buy blackout materials, but supplies vanished overnight. Left to improvise, families tore down curtains, used blankets, even old carpets. Anything dense and opaque became a tool. Newspapers, cardboard, layers of clothing. It was a frantic, desperate effort. Families worked together, sealing every window before nightfall. Early attempts were clumsy. Blankets fell, light leaked through. They quickly learned one layer wasn't enough. People went outside to spot their own weaknesses. A tiny chink of light looked like a star. Layering became the norm. Newspaper, blanket, cardboard, all pinned tight. Innovation happened at home, not just from government advice. Some even painted windows black for guaranteed protection. The scramble wasn't elegant, but it worked. It was the first step in learning to survive in the dark. As the war dragged on, blackout methods evolved. Double-layered curtains became common, light fabric inside, heavy dark outside, trapping every stray beam. Soot mixed with water made a cheap, effective blackout paint for windows. Messy, but it worked. The most ingenious solution? The light lock. A porch-like entrance with 2 doors and blackout curtains, so no light escaped when entering or leaving. Removable blackout frames, wooden frames with black fabric, made nightly routines easier. These weren't just hacks. They were engineered solutions born of necessity. The goal: solve the problem efficiently, every night. These clever tricks made blackout life manageable. They show the survival mindset: adapt, improve, repeat. Efficiency became as important as effectiveness. That's how people kept their homes, and themselves, safe. Blacking out a city was a monumental challenge. Authorities couldn't just turn off all lights, people still needed to move. Streetlights got metal hoods, casting faint pools of light only on the pavement. Headlights were masked with slits, making driving dangerous, but less visible from above. Curbs and bumpers were painted white for visibility. Railways hid the glow of fireboxes and covered carriage windows. Some cities built blackout tunnels for pedestrians at busy intersections. It was a citywide effort in camouflage, turning metropolises into ghost towns. Everyone played a part, from engineers to bus drivers. ARP wardens enforced discipline, guiding people to safety. The blackout's success depended on collective action, individual discipline aligned with a larger plan. The city became a single organism working together to survive. The goal wasn't total darkness indoors, but controlled light. People needed to cook, read, and live, just without being seen. Instead of bright ceiling lights, families used low-wattage lamps in corners, creating small pools of light. Homemade lampshades directed light downward, preventing leaks. Some built blackout tents under tables, huddling with a torch or candle. Careful light management conserved precious bulbs and batteries. People became experts at using just enough light for each task. The lesson: survival is about intelligence and efficiency, not deprivation. Master the light you have, keep it low and local. That's how people maintain normality and safety in the blackout. The blackout's darkness was mentally tough, amplifying every fear. Families coped by turning blackout routines into shared rituals. Drills and plans gave everyone a role, reducing panic. Evenings were spent together, listening to the radio, reading, talking. The blackout forced intimacy and connection, building resilience. Strength came from unity, facing fear together. Practicing darkness built mental fortitude and adaptability. People learned to trust their senses and function in the unknown. The blackout forged an inner strength that helped them endure the war. The blackout's lessons are a modern survival guide. Power outages, grid failures, or emergencies. Knowing how to black out your home is vital. Hold regular blackout drills before a crisis hits. Plan your drill, pick a night, gather supplies, assign tasks. Use modern materials, blackout curtains, plastic sheeting, gaffer tape. Practice sealing windows and creating a low-light living area. Once blacked out, check for leaks from outside. Be meticulous. A tiny glow can be seen from far away. Live in the low light for a few hours. Cook, read, play games. Test your setup and adapt as needed. Each drill builds confidence and efficiency. The goal isn't perfection but learning and improvement. Practice now and you'll be ready when it matters. Blacking out a room is a skill every survivor should know. Start by cleaning your window for better adhesion. Measure the window, making your covering larger than the glass. Use heavy-duty black plastic, blackout cloth, or aluminum foil. Layer materials for maximum effect. Foil on glass, then plastic or fabric over the frame. Seal edges with strong tape, running a continuous strip around all sides. Pay special attention to corners. Magnetic tape and custom panels make blackout covers easy to remove and reapply. Test your work, turn on a bright light, check from outside for leaks, patch any glow you find, hang a heavy curtain or blanket as a final layer. This multi-layered approach blocks light and muffles sound. Any room can become a secure, blacked-out space. The WWII blackout is more than clever tricks, it's a lesson in resilience. It shows how ordinary people adapt, discipline themselves, and unite in crisis. Adaptation was key. Starting with blankets, evolving to sophisticated systems. Survival means constant learning and improvement. Discipline made blackout a nightly ritual, building mental strength. Forgetting a curtain wasn't just a mistake, it was a danger to all. Community was vital, millions working together for safety. Shared purpose and vulnerability forged unity. In any crisis, our greatest strength is community. The past's survival skills are our blueprint for a resilient future. Learn, adapt, and work together, just as they did.